My name is Abdul Kalam, student IDC 3571995. Today I'll be showing my first part of the ASC submission, practical of my software codes. So as for the unit testing, I've created two unit tests in the classes sections for unit tests, and proceeding on to unit 2 testing. Documents on the code. Documents on the code is adequately commented. As you can see, every class was close to as much comments as possible to explain the variation of functions and codes used within the file system. Appropriate UI. So if you look, if I start the program, should load up. Right, so this is my user interface for users to type in commands. This is a command line. I've named this command line box, the input box, output box, where multiple commands can be typed into this part here, the input box, and executed through the command line with one run command. And the output should be displayed here as the picture of what the commands are, and save and load buttons for the user to save any scripts that they've written here and load from a text file. Obviously they are so commands can be executed from the command line as well as the input box itself. So if I typed circle 50, should draw circle 50. If I put actually we'll do that later, move two buttons. Rectangle 100, it should draw obviously all the shapes, triangle 60, and the other shape was actually 3 shapes is enough, and also clear. So for the invalid commands, so say circle X and rectangle 10. So if I run this code here as run, it should come up with an invalid command type. So obviously the code runs through the execution and command verification to alert the user that there's an error within the message. Invalid reports invalid commands. So it does report invalid commands. Parameters. Other than that, in draw to command. So for the draw to command, draw to 100. The draw to command will draw a line from point X 100 and to point Y, which I've also put for 100. Move to command. So for clear, and if I put move to 100, and if I write circle 60, it should draw a circle from the move to command wherever I've implemented the point position X and position Y. Move to command works parameter using move to rectangle. So rectangle, it is rectangle 50, 50. It should draw a rectangle from 50, 50. Circle command, circle 100, circle 100. That's also executes. Triangle, go 100 of the triangle. Pen colors. So for pen color, if I put pen color red, and if I do rectangle 150. Oh, sorry, forgot. Rectangle 100 and 150. It should draw a rectangle with that color and add 3 colors. So if I put pen color yellow, if I put triangle 870, triangle as shown as this yellow triangle, red rectangle, and another color, blue. So it's circle 60, and the blue circle should appear from, obviously I've set the X and Y position there, so obviously I haven't reset that yet. Fill on or fill off. So if I put reset, I just need to clear that. X and Y comes back to position 0, position 0 for X, position 0 for Y. So if I put fill on, and I do triangle 50, it should draw a triangle with filled out color. And if I put fill off and I do triangle 90, wait, it should draw a triangle as it was earlier. So obviously the fill off button's been turned on, so it should turn out to be empty. So other than that, so if, like, I think I've explained the reset button for position X. I'll do once more time. So if I put circle 150, it should draw from the reset. So anything reset, I think I've We've done it anyway. Reset. So yeah, other than that, square, rectangle, 100, 100. So you should draw from X and Y from position 0. Clear command. So if I use clear on this, clear everything within the picture box. So for the next example, I'm going to execute a multiple command from here and run it through the command line. So if I put move to 100, 100, draw to 200, 200, circle 50, circle 50, rectangle 50, 50, run. It should draw the exact how I've displayed it here. I think one thing I have forgotten is so there's something I've forgotten, I'm pretty sure, to include. So if I was to, let me just put that as clear. If I was to type a parameter, if the first command, sorry, with incorrect, so circle 50, it should pop in command error. And parameters, obviously, I think that's the one we've tested earlier as well. Read the program. Like I said, obviously the run command works from the command line, as I've shown just previously. Run command saves the program. So let me just write that program again. So move to 100, 100, draw to 200, 200, circle 50, rectangle 50, 50. Oh, sorry. Run as for the run command that works, and after that I will save. So if you click on save, it should open up the file tab where you can save it. I'll save on my desktop and I'll put commit 3. I should save that as a file, and if I delete this and I put clear and I load, to be quickly on time, so commit, don't have much time. So after that I run the command, it should do the exact same. So it's fit a file and save, should be perfectly working. So other than that, if I stop the code, so for the solution explorer, I have used multiple classes to execute the to use inheritance from each classes to other classes. As you can see, shapes, form 1, command execution, command verification. I've used multiple classes. So I'll quickly briefly explain some command that say I'll put rectangle. So for rectangle, obviously the program starts from this page here. So what it does is from the command line, and obviously if it listens to any command that's written in the input box as well. What it does is it deletes any space. This obviously used to help delete any spaces. It puts in a if loop where command text if the command line is executed as run. So what it does is if a rectangle with a position X and position Y, what it does is as soon as the command line reads run from the user, what it does is creates a variable inbox command from the input box. Sorry, it uses a full command, this line here, just to put the letters into lower cases, and what it does is it executes anything in the text. It puts it in a variable, the command, and it executes using methods from shapes. So you use the command, it will use an inheritance. Obviously all the functions of that shape itself is written in shapes. So this is just to see if what's the user has inserted into the command, and it listens to and it goes through the all shapes which have created inheritance from shapes itself to execute that function to create that shape itself. So and obviously if after it's executed, the command should clear the box. For this shape, so say the user typed in rectangle 100. So what that does is these are the reset button, clear button. So draw line, square, rectangle. So it comes to here. So obviously this is the function for drawing the rectangle, where width and length from the user position X and position Y is used, and bool fill. Obviously if the user types on fill on, that's when this code will be executed, but for now the code will be skipped past because obviously there's no sorry, it won't be skipped past, sorry, it will be put into here with this if loop. So if the fill is on, it should execute this code here. So with the paintbrush, which is the fill command, where it uses the paintbrush tool to fill the shape out with color, position X, position Y, or else it's a simple but without the paintbrush, but it uses a pen position from the original X and Y. And what it does is for each parameter it goes through a command verification. Sorry, I forgot about that. What it does is, for this, obviously I've seen when I typed in circle with a 6 instead of the actual spelling. What it does is it puts this into a for loop. So if it is a number, it will show a command error. So there's a command within the error. It creates a check group if first and CMD value is if it's a string value or not. And obviously for the parameters, for the position X, this for the first parameter, which is the position X, you also use command verification method to put the command in the for loop, where it checks each individual to see if it's a number. If it's a number, it passes through, and if it isn't a number, as you can see here, the explanation mark before there is number. If it is a number, it'll throw an exception command, invalid command, and this is for position Y. Exact same thing. Obviously, that should also be a number. 1 second. I think there was a so this is obviously the fill button. If like I said, if it has fill on, so if the command parameter equals fill, so then this will be turned on, where the it just fill equals true. So if we'll fill each shape with a color. If this is obviously if it's off, and for pen color, I've used this tool to set color to multiple colors, to be honest. Not circle, rectangle. So if obviously the user commands this is where the code is executed. So if, like I said, this part's form 1 here is the first part where the command is listening to it, and this part here is where the initial command goes through to here, where it will see, it go to every single one of these codes, see which one matches the inserted. So it's not draw to, it's not rectangle, it's not triangle, it's not circle, so it will stop here as is in an else loop, and it will do its command verification. So it'll go to this part here, like I said, it'll check for the parameters, if it's a number, and the first command, execution command, it'll check if it's a number. It'll go to the first parameter, position X and position Y, and what it'll do is it'll create an inheritance from all shapes where the function is. I've explained. It'll use the, oh god, I've lost it again, rectangle, that's it. So obviously this is the part where this is a function for that shape itself. So what it'll do is you'll use this for position X, position Y, then you use inheritance from shape 1 to execute the method to draw the rectangle. So from parameter 1, parameter 2, and I'd obviously fill on and off. These are the clear button, and if it is an invalid thing, it'll pop up with a box, message box with an error. This will for this one is what it does is it collects the command from the text box, and it receives a string as an array. It creates the array with a new line. So this is from the message box, the big box where you put multiple commands in. Like I said, it puts it into a for loop inbox, and it creates a, it does in verification of the code and executes it. And if there's any errors, obviously it shows the error message. This is the message box where it shows the error, and then whatever message has been written down here, such as please enter the right command, except not that, sorry. Please, yeah, I think I've shown you the message earlier what it should provide to the user. Other than that, commit. So for the commit, if I get, so commit 8, oh, so do you know what, just in a rush. So if you view the as soon as it loads up, it should, these are my commits that's been sent through to Git. Obviously this as soon as I worked on the code itself. Number of commits, well, I've had quite a few, 1 2 3 7, should be 7 commits. Link to screenshot of commits page, to a screenshot of commit page of version control. And like I said, it's yeah, that's all.